Yo, so I wanted to talk about something that I think is the key to the reason why you're not making progress, the reason why you don't sound good. Okay, I'm gonna get right to it. It's because you're not disciplined. It's okay. We all kind of go through that in different areas, but I want to give you some things that'll help you kind of break through that issue that you may have with not being disciplined. Okay, so many times we will say what we want, but there's a difference between saying what you want and actually following through to get what you want. Everything that you want in life, you have to be disciplined to get. And what is discipline? Discipline is consistent effort towards a certain goal, regardless of the challenges that you may face and setbacks. And here's the thing about that: when you have a passion for something, you love something, you will pursue it. And no matter what, you're going to make sure you keep being consistent so that you can grab that goal or accomplish whatever that you're going after. You have to actually put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Let's take an example. We can talk about anything like lifting weights or getting fit, or even maturing for me on the base over here, because I understand the principles that it takes in order for a person to grow. I apply the same principles that I applied towards my spiritual life or towards my growth on the saxophone and learning the jazz language. I look at that, and then that gives me understanding on how I need to apply those same principles into growing on the bass guitar, growing a YouTube channel, or growing a business. The same principles apply. You have to be consistent. But the thing about it, I learn more and more when I talk to people, especially I've been meeting with different people who voiced an interest in to take lessons with me or to be a part of the mentorship program. And it's not about ability. Like, everybody is capable, but when it comes down to it, it's because of a lack of discipline that people are not able to follow through with what they say they want. So I'm gonna give you some things to help you overcome those challenges that you're having with actually following through and having the discipline. Okay. So the first thing I want to mention of six different things that is giving you problems when it comes to being disciplined. And the first one is a lack of clear goals. When your goals are vague, and or you have unrealistic goals, that can be a thing to where you're not motivated and you're not really clear. You don't have the direction. So when you don't have direction and don't have a clear path or milestones or clear steps, then that can make it to where you don't really do anything because you don't really know what you need to do. This happens a lot, especially when you're consuming a lot of different information on something like YouTube or Instagram. If you're trying to grow, whether it be you want to get in shape or you want to get better on your instrument or get the jazz language down, you have to have a clear direction and a program that you can follow in order for you to continue to make that progress and be motivated to keep growing. So the next one is fear of failure. Now, think about it. If you're jumping to conclusions and you're counting yourself out or disqualifying yourself before you even start, of course, that's going to paralyze you from moving forward. The thing about what I do as a musician, a teacher, a jazz artist, this is something that's really girded, really, when you think about it, in faith and belief. So, whatever I uh, decide to do, it has to start in my mind first. I have to create it, bring it to life, and then follow through with the process until I get to the end finished product of that. And a lot of times I just understand and realize a lot of people just don't have that faith and confidence just to follow through with stuff. because it could be a lot of things: how they were raised, the environment they've been in. They just don't have the self confidence. They don't have the self esteem. It's a lot of different things, and I get it. But the thing about it, you have to connect with somebody who has it, who can encourage you and push you to get you to believe that you can do it. Okay, so that's another one. Let's go to another problem. The next problem is instant gratification. So a lot of times people want instant gratification. They don't want to have the long-term goal or outlook on it. They just want a quick fix, as if I can give you a one, two, three thing that you can do, and then you will have your jazz vocabulary down. I really do have that, but the thing about it, you have to discipline yourself to do it consistently. And that's the thing that wipes people out. They'll come and take lessons with me and say, "Oh man, this was good. This was great." But then, it's like crickets. I don't hear from them because I'm a real person. I'm honest and I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to tell you and give you what's real. But it's up to you to have the fortitude to stick to it and be in there for the long haul so that you can benefit from applying the principles and applying the discipline. Okay. Another problem you might have is poor habits. Now, think about this. If you have bad habits and you're one that's always procrastinating, you're always just thinking negative and you're talking yourself out of things, then it's like you really, once again, you disqualifying yourself before you even start. You got to get down to the bottom or get to the core of the reason why you're not disciplining yourself to push forward and keep doing what you need to do. Now, it's got to be more than I just don't feel like it. Why? I thought that you wanted to be better. I thought that you wanted to be able to speak on your instrument, or you wanted to create music and be a blessing to others, or you wanted to be in shape, or you want to have a long life and have longevity, and you want to be a great example for your family. I thought that's what you wanted. Okay, so you really gotta think about your habits. You can't have poor habits if people are depending upon you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not at that point yet, maybe you don't have family, maybe you don't have people that you have to be responsible for. But think about this. If you don't become who you need to be, then your environment and the people around you miss out on the benefit from you operating in at your full potential. You know what I'm saying? When you say yes and you say, I'm going to discipline myself and be who I need to be for my family, for my community, so many other people benefit from you operating in the place that you were called to operate. So don't downplay yourself and don't just, procrastinate and put off your life and put things on hold so that you're not walking in your true full potential. Another problem that can be affecting your discipline is your environment. Okay, a lot of times our environment just is not a place where you can really grow the way that you would like. It could be living in an apartment to where you can't practice, or it could be your circle, your social circle. People, they're not disciplined to practice, or they don't want to sound better. They're kind of complacent. These things can affect your motivation to continue to move forward. So maybe you got to change your environment. Maybe you got to go to the school and practice, or maybe you need to get away from these type of people. You need to change your circle of friends. Whatever you need to do, you need to make those adjustments, because in order for you to thrive, you have to be in a certain atmosphere. You've probably heard it that in certain atmospheres and climates, then in those climates, certain fruit can be produced. But if you're in the wrong atmosphere and the wrong climate, you can't get the results that you really want. Even Jesus had to send people out of the room when he was trying to heal, someone. So you got to be mindful of that. This is a principle that is going to be true to all of us. We got to have the right environment for us to be able to thrive and produce the fruit that we want. And the last issue is the lack of support and accountability. Now, if you don't have the support system and you don't have anybody that's going to help reinforce you to be disciplined and for you to keep moving forward, you don't have someone in your corner or like a particular group or of people, like-minded individuals that are all pushing towards the same goal. If you don't have that, then of course it can affect your motivation. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. It's like church. We meet once a week or once or twice a week because we're going there to get charged up, to get a word, to get the fellowship and the encouragement for us to keep living and walking the walk, you know? And so if you don't have that, if you're like on an island and you're by yourself, of course, you're just going to default to whatever you feel like. And whatever you feel like is not going to be something that's going to benefit you later, because you'll just be going based on your emotions and your feelings, which are often temporary. You know what I'm saying? You feel like this one day, you feel like this another. You're not being consistent, and then you don't have somebody else that you are accountable to let you know, hey, you said that you was going to do this, but you haven't done it. You need that support system. All right. So, with those issues, I have a solution that I put in place for those people who are interested and ready to discipline themselves and push and go to that next level in their playing ability and really being sound all around as a musician. And I've created the Sound Musician Mentorship Program. If you're interested in being a part of it, then go to letsgetsound.com and you can schedule a call to get on with me and we can talk for a brief minute. And if you're ready to get started, I will show you what it looks like to be a part of the mentorship program, and you can then become a part of it. The thing that has helped me grow is being clear with my goals, being accountable to someone. Having the ambition is not enough. You have to have action in place. So I make sure I have the right environment. I make sure that my routine, I have things in place that remind me of the things that I need to do on a daily basis. And yes, it's a challenge, but at the same time, when I remember and I'm reminded of the things that I said that I wanted and the principles that I've attained and applied through my growing as a musician, I can apply this to other areas. My discipline for being a Christian man and me disciplining myself is really out of love. I enjoy growth. I enjoy learning because I like to apply it and see the benefits. You know what I'm saying? So you have to fall in love with growth and maturity and understanding and wisdom. You got to love it, because as you do, you'll discipline yourself more and more to see new results bloom in your life. And so it's great to have a mentor. It's great to have a community of people that you can connect with to help you do that. I've even done that with my health and wellness. I'm a part of a community of other like-minded individuals that want the same thing, that are going after the same things. And it challenges me, it pushes me to keep going and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? I might not be at the level of a lot of those people who are even a part of the group, but it's great because it motivates me to keep going. And that should motivate you wherever you are. You know, don't be intimidated or even have the negative talk or fear of failure or the lack of discipline. Like don't focus on what you don't have. Just see what you need in order to grow, and then just start implementing those things and get it from those people who have what you desire. And then don't be afraid to reach out to them and ask them, what should I do? And hang out with them if you can. And that's what I've created as much as we can virtually through the Sound Musician mentorship program. Okay, so that's it for today. I just wanted to talk about that, and I hope this was helpful, and we will see you on the next one. All right, peace.